Hi guys, this is MF, probably your friend by now. So today it's early morning here, almost 6:30 a.m. here in UK. I decided to make this video on the expenses that you guys should be expecting when you come here, maybe monthly or weekly, whatever. You can calculate it once I'm done with my video. The previous video that I made, it got stuck for some reason from the YouTube's end, so I've decided to make this new video, and I must tell you that it takes some effort and some time to make these videos, and they are they're solely meant to guide you all people, to help you guys, to answer your questions or concerns that you are having. I know a lot of you are struggling with these responses to these questions, so I've decided to make the videos targeting specific questions that you guys have, and you're sending me over WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger. So to begin with, I would like to mention two things. As I've mentioned in the previous videos, that the videos that I'm making, they are meant for informational purpose. Nowhere in the videos I'm trying to promote or endorse any company, any brand, or any service. And the most important thing, I would highly appreciate if you guys can like my videos, share them among your friends or friend circle, or whosoever is interested in coming here or are coming, and also subscribe to my channel. So it is going to motivate me for further videos that I'm going to make, and it also helps me feel connected with you, all of you. So to begin with, I would like to mention the expenses that you guys should be expecting, and based upon my information, what you can do, you can calculate like what is it going to be like for all of you, maybe for a week or maybe for a month. It depends on you how good you are with the calculations, although I'm not good, but yes, I'll try to give you a picture about the monthly expenses. So when we talk about expenses, you can primarily divide your expenses into four major categories. So first would be your obviously your accommodation. You'd be requiring some place to stay, and second would be your commute. Third would be your grocery and food stuff, and fourth should be your mobile phone bills. So these are the four major categories, but when it comes to expenses, there are n number of ways you can end up spending your money on. So I would be sticking to these 4 points. So first, when we come to accommodation part, what the situation is like if you're going for a sharing accommodation for an individual housing, or maybe for student housing, it varies somewhere between, as of now it is varying between £350 for a month for a sharing accommodation, which can go up to like 1500 or 1600 for a student housing, or maybe for individual property, 1 BHK or a 2 BHK apartment, which is really hard to find, especially for the students, those individual properties. So yeah, so 350 to 1500. When I said 350, it could be either a sharing house with a box room. It's a very small room, just with a bed and a drawer and maybe a wardrobe, or it could be a room which you would be sharing with another person. So for example, the room would be somewhere around 700 or 800, so two of you would be staying in that room, so you can split the bill accordingly, or this rent. So this is how it is. So these are pretty much in demand among the students because they are cheaper, and if you're somebody who likes to socialize with other people or interact with other people, it would give you that opportunity too. Going forward, there is another category of sharing house, wherein you share the house with a family. So for example, if there's a family who's having a spare room or maybe a couple of rooms, what they do, they rent it to their students or professional, whosoever require the room, and it suits their budget and the family likes their profession or occupation. So you can go for those houses as well, but they might cost a little bit higher than those sharing houses or sharing rooms. For example, it can, depending upon the property or the area or the local amenities surrounding that accommodation, it can cost you anywhere between like £450 to maybe 600 or 700. If you're staying alone in that room, definitely it can cost you 600 to 700. Or if not, if you're sharing with someone else, like for example, two students, two girls, two boys, or a couple. For a couple, it's challenging, I must say that. And so, but yes, if two boys, two girls, two individuals are sharing, it would be cheaper, and it would be reasonable on their pocket. So 450 until 700 or 800 pounds for a house and a family. So that's another way of finding accommodation or calculating your expense. Then you can expect you can go for individual accommodations, for example an en-suite or a studio apartment. They are a little bit dear on your pocket, so you can end up paying for those individual space anywhere between £900 until 1100, or maybe 1200 or 1300 pounds. So but just to keep you under the two slabs, I would say it's going to be cost you £850 until £1150. So this is the window for those individual house accommodations, en suite or the hard room, these studio apartments. So that is it. And when it comes to student housing or 1 BHK or 2 BHK apartment, so if you've got a really strong bank statement and you've got plenty of money to spend on your accommodation, you can go for 1 BHK or 2 BHK apartment. They might cost you anywhere between 1300 until 17 or 1800. Again, it depends on the area that you live in. I should be mentioning one thing, since I'm talking about the area that you live in. London is divided into 9 zones, I believe. Yes, so zone 1 to zone 9. So the closer you are to zone 1, which is central London, the expensive it is going to be, and the further you go away from zone 1, the reasonable it is going to be for all of you. So yes, so that was for the en-suite or the studio apartments. When it comes to student housing, I don't have much idea, but I would say that it can cost you anywhere between like 1,000 to 1,500 pounds, depending upon like what sort of facilities is being provided. That is for your rent. And when it comes to your commute totally depends like how much you are traveling. For example, if you are traveling just towards your university and coming back, it might be cheaper. And if you're traveling towards your work as well, for example, if you're traveling 7 days a week, it will be definitely going to be expensive for all of you. So we have got the Oyster Cards. Those are called 18 plus student photo ID card. You'll be having your photograph pasted on that. So once you are issued that, what you can do, you can either go for pay as you go option, like a prepaid thing, or you can go for a travel card, which is like a pass. So it can be either monthly pass or annual pass or maybe weekly pass, depending upon how extensive your traveling is going to be. But for now, like a single tap in a bus, it requires like £1.35 or something close to that. So that is for one tap. So if you're going somewhere and then coming back, so it's roughly going to cost you £3.50 for the day. In case if you're traveling, or for train, it's going to be like during the peak hours, it's going to cost you, and when I say train, it includes tube and tram and the national rail as well. So it can cost you £3.10 for one tap. And depending upon which zone you are getting into, for example, if you are getting into from traveling from zone 1 to zone 6 or maybe zone 7, 8, 9, it can even cost you more than that. So that was the minimum that I told you. And if you're traveling during the off-peak hours, it can come down from 3.10 to it can come down to 2.60. That is what I saw recently when I was traveling. So this is more like it. And when it comes to this commute thing, there's a website from Transport for London. They've provided all the details. How much is it going to cost you for like traveling in zone 1 to zone 2, zone 3, zone 4 until zone 9. So you can calculate, based upon your traveling which you would be requiring when you come here or while you are here. You can calculate what is going to suit you. For example, pay as you go option, or like a travel card would be required for you to cover your traveling. So the details I would be providing in the descriptions. You can just go through it and calculate how much is it going to be for you for a month or maybe for a week. And coming to the grocery part, grocery is something that totally depends on you, your personal preference, your lifestyle, what your likes and dislikes are. If you are somebody who likes to go out for fooding, or in a restaurant or something, so it is definitely going to cost you. But on an average, what I can tell you, that a minimum of £80 until like £120 or £130 is something that you should be considering or expecting for a single person. That's more than enough for a single person. So if you're a couple, 2 individuals, you can calculate accordingly. And it is, I must tell you, that it is going to be really cheap when you cook your own food at your accommodation. And rather than going out and spending your money £14-15 for a dish. So this is how costly it is going to be when you go out for eating. And coming to the mobile phone bills, the cheapest one I can tell you, it's going to cost you somewhere around 5 pounds initially when you actually buy the sim. But once you start continuing with the contract, or if it's even if it's a prepaid sim, you should expect your bills somewhere close to 10 pounds. What I do, I recharge for 3 months, so I had to pay 27 pounds for 3 months, so it is saving me 3 pounds total in total. So 10 pounds is the minimum that you can expect from your mobile bills, and it includes your 15 or 20 GB of data, some international 100 international minutes, unlimited text and calls in here in UK. So I believe I've given you a slab for all those four major categories. What you can do, you can calculate based upon what it is going to be like for you, and what you like, and what you don't, and what your preference is going to be when you are here. And in case if you still have some question, or you need some more details, what I can do, I can provide you either as a response if you comment, or we can even have a one-on-one conversation if that is what you are comfortable with. I can do that as well, provided I've got some time. I would love to do that. And this is it for today. I hope to see you in the next video, and till then, you guys stay happy, stay healthy, and take care. Bye bye.